We're live right now. We're doing the medical medium zinc shock therapy. We're doing the medical medium vitamin C shock therapy. We're doing the medical medium time tea, medical medium healing time water. We're talking about rebuilding the immune system. We're talking about building the immune system and how important it is and what we're up against these days and why our immune system needs to be strong and why that's so critical and why it's so important. So we're doing the medical medium therapies. That's the plan. Good to see Ashley, Kevin. Good to see everybody coming on. So yeah, that's what we're up against right now. Good to see you guys. I think I had a phone call coming through. I'm excited, guys, to show you these therapies the whole bit. Took a long time for that phone call to come through. Something's going on. Well, yeah. I got my science and research blankets on. Nice and fuzzy and comforting and soft. Yeah. I'm all snuggle right now with my medical research and science blankets. See, medical research and science has my back. They have all the answers. They can't do no wrong. They're comforting and cozy. What happens if I get Lyme disease? Nothing happens. Medical research and science blankets will make sure everything goes away because they know everything. What? What happens if I get lupus? That doesn't matter. Medical research and science, they are experts. They know everything. There's nothing they can't fix. What happens if I get multiple sclerosis? Nothing. I'm not worried. Medical research and science blankets are cozy and comfortable, and they don't let anything go wrong. Research and science is the smartest there ever is, and these blankets are my research and science blankets. They're so comfy. Look, what happens if I get tingles and numbness, burning skin and aches and pains, brain fog, confusion, migraines? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Medical research and science blankets, they protect me from everything because they have all the answers. Oh, they're so comfortable. So nice and comfy. Nice and warm, these research and science blankets. Yeah. Hello? Research. Yep. Oh, what am I? I'm all wrapped up in my research and science blankets. They have the answers for everything. You know what's funny? I saw a research and science study saying that, that matcha tea is good for me and that green tea is good for me. I saw another research and science study that said there's omega-3s and there's omegas in fish oil. And I saw another research and science study that said that antioxidants, omega-3s, and vitamin D is good for me. There's a study saying vitamin D helps. Well, then I should never worry about anything. They know everything. Okay, I'm going to hang up. All right, bye. And then you get sick. They don't have your back. You see your 10th doctor, and it's rough. And that's the reality about it all, you guys. And that's the reality. We're here, and Amir, yeah, it's pretty funny. We're doing the zinc shock therapy. Let's get started on it. So you guys, what happens is with medical medium, let me start some tea too. Let me do some tea. I got the tea kettle here. The medical medium is about tools and answers. The medical medium zinc shock therapy is a big deal because it's helped so many people. I'm going to get some tea going. You see this guy? See these guys? A little bit. Just get it hot right here. And it's about making sure that we can be proactive in protecting ourselves. Proactive in making sure that we can protect ourselves, making sure that we have a chance to heal, making sure that we have answers. It's always been about that with medical medium information, so that we know we can do something and we can move the needle. It's all about moving the needle. And this has already been hot once, so I'm pretty sure it's only going to need a little bit. It's going to get plenty hot right now. Why am I down on D3? I'm not down on D3. It's just that what happens is that we think, okay, because there's a little study on vitamin D, or there's a little study on omega-3s, or there's a little study on something out there. We think that science knows everything. But that's how the game is played. The game is played, so you think that there's nothing uncovered. There's no stone uncovered. There's no way science research is missing anything whatsoever. They're not missing anything. And it's the illusion, right? It's the illusion is what it is. I'm getting the water hot, so what I'm doing, we're talking about zinc shock therapy, but I'm going to start with a little, just get these little twigs of thyme in the water here. And I should have had the thyme in there first, but I'm going to put it in after. Say I want to get that started. We're going to talk about that in a minute too as well. So I'm not downing D3. I like D. It's fine. And but the bottom line is, it's not that I'm downing it. I'm just moving stuff around you guys a little bit here. It's just that we think that everything's been figured out. That's what it is. 25th on the last live, they blocked me from posting. Yeah, I believe that. There's a lot of censorship right now in the medical medium. Lots of it. So, getting a pitcher of water here, all set and full. I just put some hot water right here, making some thyme tea, you guys. So I got the thyme soaking in here. We're live on IG, we're live on TikTok, we're live on Clubhouse right now, you guys. So yeah. So I get it. You might think, well, what am I downing? Am I downing vitamin D? Am I downing something else? It's not it. It's just the illusion is that comfy blanket is there because they figured out everything. They figured out what's in food when they haven't. Okay? So there's something to know about something. Like when you see a study on a food, that study isn't knowing what's really in food. So every single fruit and vegetable has hardly been touched by research and science. Hardly. They don't know about hundreds and hundreds of chemical compounds in these foods and what they do. They don't know about actually dozens and dozens of undiscovered antioxidants in foods, right? They don't know this, right? So, but you think they got it all sewed up. So I wasn't downing it. Vitamin D3 is fine. That's the that's the better one. It's D3 if you're, the whole bit. Anyway, we're talking about zinc shock therapy. Got the zinc right here. The thing is with bugs and how the body works. The body can get overreactive or underreactive to bugs. So that's something to know on how the body works. So when you get exposed, and exposure right now is a big concern. It's like, are we getting exposed? Like, who are we getting exposed to and what and where? And I talked about this information going all the way back over a year ago about when we get exposed to flus or glorified or flus that are plague-like flus, right? Or hybridized flus. And I talked about this before. The hybridized flus of the plague that we're dealing with like now, right? And and I talk about how it works with our immune system. We don't want our immune system overreacting, and we don't want our immune system underreacting. And it's like the PDF that I posted a long time ago that I put out, the PDF, with all the information and the tools long ago to make sure that we can protect ourselves in a way, right? Build our immune system and the whole bit. Lemon Bomb Love says, zinc shock therapy is amazing whenever I feel something coming on. That's incredible. I'm so glad. So explain the immune system, how it goes down the drain. I saw that right there. There's a lot of things that drop our immune system, by the way. A lot of exposures drop our immune system. And zinc is something that we're lacking in because it's not in our food. Now, I was talking about that before. how it's just not in our food. It's one of those minerals that has literally been depleted to such an extent on all the land out there, on all the farmland. A lot of most organic farms are on land that were conventional Green Revolution farms. Keep that in mind, okay? So most organic farms now today were on Green Revolution farms of the 1950s, 1960s. Just letting you guys know. So what does that mean? So that means pesticide, DDT, saturated lands. So keep that in mind. So organic farmland, much of it sits on DDT-soaked land from the 1950s in farming and 60s. But they give the 7-year window, so you know. 7-year window, and you can now grow an organic farm on that conventional farm. See how it works? And that farmland is stripped from zinc. Gone. Happy Beetle says, zinc shock therapy helped me survive when I got the plague. It's a big deal. I actually saw it help a lot of people, friends, family, doctors I know. I had the doctors I know do the zinc shock therapy, the whole bit. And just if you're wondering, like the zinc, it's the Vimergy, V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, E-R-G-Y, Vimergy.com. I'm not sponsored, but it's the one I use personally. Because everybody asks, like, what do I use? What do I use? What do I use? So many of the organic farms today, think about that, are on conventional land, conventional farmland. It's just that 7-year timeline went by. It's like, whoop, 7 years went by, start that organic farm, go ahead. And that's how it's done. Meanwhile, that soil still has garbage in it. I'm not saying don't eat organic. Yeah, you better eat organic, or if you can't, eat conventional. But just, eat what you have to eat. But yeah, I'm talking about that. So Vibe So Highly says, zinc shock therapy saved my husband from getting the plague along with eating watermelon and morning cleanse. And that brings me to another topic I have to talk about. Is if you think you got exposure, don't eat a heavy meal. Don't tank a heavy meal. So I got to talk about that in a minute too. But I want to go back to the farmland. It's missing our zinc. And then the chemtrails. The chemtrails are depleting our organic farmland of zinc. Just letting you know. Okay? So the chemtrails. And I talk about the chemtrail episode, Medical Medium podcast at Apple Podcasts, right? You guys heard that episode. It's the first episode I did out of the last 18 episodes, right? And so the chemtrails, all this junk, and I talk about it in the podcast episode. If you want to know really what's in chemtrails, you just got to listen to that podcast episode, Medical Medium podcast at Apple Podcasts. So all that chemtrail is dropping on our farmland, okay? And do you know what knocks zinc out of the soil? Zinc gets eaten up in the soil from all those other heavy metals coming out of the sky every day, out day, night, every day, out day, night, okay? Barium, everything just coming out. Cadmium, everything just dropping out of the sky. Mercury, lead, just all of it. Arsenic, copper, all of it dropping out of the sky, right? And then it lands on all the farmland. And it eats up the zinc, what's left in our soil, the zinc. We are a world with a zinc deficiency right now. So that thin layer of topsoil that keeps the earth alive is depleted in zinc. I'm letting you know. And if you think you're going to get your zinc from all those pumpkin seeds, you ain't. You ain't going to get it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to eat a barrel of pumpkin seed butter, get yourself real sick fast. And that's not going to happen. And the reason why pumpkin seeds gets heralded as, hey, it's got zinc in it, it's because it's detectable, for God's sake. But it's just detectable. It doesn't mean it's even enough, right? It's just, it gets its notoriety. You guys on Clubhouse, it gets its notoriety. Lisa Marie on IG. It gets its notoriety because it's detectable, right? And then the whole thing. And yeah, do oysters, are they high in zinc? Yeah, oysters are high in zinc. Yeah. Oysters at the bottom of the ocean are high in zinc, high in dioxins, high in mercury, high in arsenic, okay? I mean, yeah, oysters are high in a lot of things, right? Okay, and if you think you're going to suck down a whole big plate of oysters once a day to get your zinc, you got another thing coming, because you'll get yourself real sick real fast. You'll get yourself real in trouble as time goes on, okay? You want to suck down a whole bunch of clams and a whole bunch of oysters and a whole bunch of mussels, all right? You know, it's like you want to do that, you're going to get yourself in real trouble real fast, okay? And so keep that in mind. Be the Acaro, keep that in mind. So it's another thing too. And that's not going to help your zinc improve, all right? So I'm giving you guys a little window into how zinc goes. Let's talk about how the body overreacts and underreacts with bugs and pathogens. Let's go in there for a second, right? So you got a little buggy. You pick up a buggy. You're in a new relationship, okay? You're in a brand new relationship, and you don't know, of course, but the person you're in the relationship with, they're carrying an Epstein-Barr, right? Or they're carrying a shingles, maybe 2 varieties of strep that they had to take antibiotics for over the years. And so you're in a new relationship, and then all of a sudden you get transferred either a simplex 1 that might break out 2 years from now, or you get transferred over a strep. This isn't about fear and chaos. This is about how you can protect yourself and beat this stuff down and clean it up. And there's a question right there. Healing from within says, are all zincs good? No way. No way are they all good. No way. Some are like battery acid. I've seen people get sick on some of them. The crap in them, the citric acid in some of them. It doesn't work like that. And so you're in a relationship and you pick up a new bug. Happens every day. Every day. Okay, now you got a new streptococcus and you end up getting a UTI in a few months or a year, or you get a new blister on your lip, right? And this is just the way it works. This is life. And what happens is your immune system can overreact or underreact. And it's critical that we have zinc in our systems before we even engage in relationships. Never mind the plague that we're dealing with right now, too. Just engaging in relationships. So if we're dating or something, you got to have your zinc reserves up if you're dating. And if you're dating and there's exposure and you're intimate, you got to have your zinc reserve strong so you don't get anything. So that you can actually stop from actually getting something. Because if you have enough zinc, then your immune system can utilize the zinc, and then you can eat up any new Epstein-Barr right off the running sometimes, or you can eat up some streptococcus right off the running, right? And so, but even with that said, right, we need those zinc reserves up for any kind of pathogens like the flus and the hybridized flus. The hybridized flus, right, that I talked about a year and a half ago when I was preparing you guys for what was to come. And I was the first one on social media preparing you about what was coming, by the way. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I was the first one preparing you guys. No one else even knew or talked about it on social media. And I was giving you guys the rundown, and I was like, big flu coming our way, bad one, you guys gotta be ready, and so anyway, and part of that is the zinc. I'm just letting you guys know, right? So anyway, when here's how your immune system works. When it's low on zinc, it can overreact. So when that plague comes or hybridized flu comes, your immune system goes psycho. It goes psycho. Right? It goes into battle full throttle at once, really fast and hard. Right? And now you're in that big cytokine storm. Sick. Ugh. Okay? And we don't want our immune system going to that degree. We don't. But we also don't want our immune system asleep. Right on Clubhouse? You guys awake? Are you guys asleep? You guys hanging in there? And we don't want our immune system asleep either. So it underreacts when we get a plague, hybridized flu, Epstein-Barr virus. So we don't underreact. Underreact sucks too. Because now that bug is in you too long. Your immune system isn't even watching it or monitoring it. Your immune system's asleep. And then when your immune system finally catches up to it, it's too late. We got now a long-term problem. Right? And either way, overreact or underreact, it's not good. So I'm just telling you. So now zinc shock therapy isn't about the long-term thing. It's like a 2-day thing. It could be a 1-day thing. So medical medium zinc shock therapy. I talk about that in the medical medium books right here. Here's the new edition, revised and expanded. So you can see the medical medium zinc shock therapy in there right there, right? So zinc in general is something I recommend my family to take. So I recommend my family to take zinc, and the Demergy is the one that me and my family uses, right? And I'll have them do a dropper full a day, or depending on what's happening, right? Or even a half a drop or quarter drop or whatever, but depending on what's happening, right? And zinc shock therapy, for 1 to 2, it's 1 to 2 days. Heather, it's for 1 to 2 days. And it could even be a half a day if you wanted to, right? Ask what's right for you. I'm just saying this is what I recommend my family, and doctors I talk to for their patients, right? So, and the point of it, the zinc shock therapy is about getting enough zinc in you, right? In the moment while you're dealing with exposure, right? Guys on Clubhouse, like exposure, right? TikTok. So it's that exposure, okay? I have a lot of people I know, they get into, this is minus the plague. They get into a new relationship, right? And they didn't ask the other person in a relationship, I need a rundown on your blood work. I need to see if you got herpes simplex 1. I need to see if herpes simplex 2 shows up on your blood work. I need to see if cytomegalovirus shows up on your blood work. I need to see if shingles shows up on your blood. Well, shingles never shows. I need to see if Epstein-Barr shows up on your blood work. And so people don't do that in relationships. You just, it's not something people do when they're dating or they're in a new relationship, right? So what I always tell friends, if you're in a brand new relationship, do the zinc shock therapy. Or at least have zinc in your system every little bit each day, and then, while you're dating or something. So you can protect yourself, and this way nothing really nothing really deep roots. Doesn't mean it won't, but I'm just saying that you have a better shot, right? Or zinc shock therapy, if you had exposure in the moment. I had a friend call me up, a doctor friend, and said, I went on a date last night, and I'm like, do zinc shock therapy for 2 days. Zinc shock therapy for 2 days. Like, okay, all right, totally. And that's just some advice there, but I'm going to go now into like plague exposure. If you think you're exposed to a plague, think you're exposed to some kind of flu-type, flu-ish, hybridized flu virus, like I've always recommend family to do the zinc shock therapy, right? And that's right there. So somebody says I'm vetting all my relationships in the future. And it's not about being spooked by anything. It's just about taking care of yourself no matter what along the way. It's normal life. Everybody gets exposure. But apart from the, Marion says, but apart from the shock therapy, can we do regular amount supplementation daily long term? Look, you can ask your doctor what your doctor, it wants to do and everything, of course. For me, I take zinc every day. That's what I do. I have my family take a little bit of it every day, even if it's just a few tiny drops, or, even if it's just a couple of drops or something, right? Or even if it's just a little bit like that a day, right? During this time, especially during this time, what's happening in the world. Can I have a shout out? You helped me so much. Go Hargina. Yeah, go Hargina, definitely. Are you kidding? I'm honored you're here. Go Hargina. I am honored you're here, and I'm excited you're here. Of course, man. Of course. Definitely, of course. Definitely a shout out, man. I want to give everybody a shout out too. I don't get the chance, but that's so great. I'm glad you reminded me. So yeah, you guys, so let's go into this a little bit. Now, of course, you don't have to take zinc every day. do what your doctor says, but like, there's times I forget about it. There's times where, it's fine. But as far as what's happening now in the world too, all the different exposures, it's always great to take a little. It's what I recommend family to do. But the zinc shock therapy is 2 dropperfuls every 3 hours for 2 days, right? There's 1 dropperful, 2 dropperful, right? And you can keep it in your mouth, keep it in your throat. Could put it in water too. There's nothing wrong with that, putting it in water. So you can do that right there. Just put 2 dropperfuls there. Put it in water. You can keep it in your throat that way or send it down. If you want to just send it down, you can send it down. If you're sensitive in general to everything or anything, you could just do a couple tiny drops. I mean, ask your doctor what's right for you, right? I mean, I'm just saying that if I was sensitive, just a couple of drops. 1, 2 drops, right? Even if it's just 2 tiny drops. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I got a lot of stuff I want to do. I also want to juice a little celery because I didn't have my celery juice today, and I'm bummed out because, always have it in the morning, but I didn't. So I'm going to run a little bit too, which is an amazing immune system builder all on its own. I like also reminding everybody about how celery juice is an immune system builder. You know what's funny? It's my haters. The first thing they'll do is like, he says he's a terrible person. He tells everybody celery juice will cure everything. Never said that in a million years. It's a medical medium tool that moves the needle. And yeah, it's already been proven over and over again of what it does. And absolutely it's a healing tool. And has it healed people in reverse conditions? Yes. Has it done it on the spot? Yes, to a lot of people. Has it done it long-term for people with long-term problems? Yes, it has. But it's amazing how it's just one of our most powerful tools of our time, is what it is. Just Eat says, everything you say is spot on. I'm honored. Let's go into zinc shock therapy. And we're going to talk about the power of time. So I have it right here. So zinc shock therapy. So what I love about zinc shock therapy is not zinc shock therapy, vitamin C shock therapy. I love them both. Gonna do 2 capsules right here. Of vitamin C. So it's the vitamin C. All right. And I used water out of my pitcher. Okay. I'm also going to add, mixing that vitamin C up right here. Going to add 2 teaspoons of raw honey in here. This is vitamin C shock therapy. Now, hot water is what you use. That's what you normally do, is hot water. And then I'm going to put, see what else in here. I'm going to put some lemon in here too. Actually, orange. Sorry. I'm going to do orange. Yeah, I put 2 teaspoons of raw honey. Now I'm putting 1 orange in here. Lemon doesn't go in the vitamin C shock therapy. It's orange. I got a lot of lemons in front of me right now. A couple lemons there. So we got that. I like putting a whole orange in here. You use the vitamin C shock therapy on your whole family. It works. Incredible. We got some cool things to cover, you guys. Just hang in there. I'm just making this stuff right now. But there's some information we're going to run down today. Now the vitamin C I use, just so you know, is the micro C. It's the Vimergy. V as in Victor, I, M as in Mary, E-R-G-Y, Vimergy.com. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but it's the vitamin C, the only one I use at this point. My little kids, Heal with Anya says, my little kids drink 1 capsule with orange juice and raw honey every morning. They love it. My 4-year-old daughter won't start her day without it. Amazing. Amazing. So vitamin C shock therapy is something, if you think you've had exposure, okay, this is something you do every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. You could do it for 2 days at a time, okay? Just do it for 2 days. Drinking every 2 hours for waking hours. So that's the key with the vitamin C, medical medium vitamin C shock therapy. So it's waking hours. So you wake up, you're sick, or you wake up and you're worried about exposure, okay? Or someone else has the plague in your house, or somebody you know, you're with a friend that had the plague, or whatever's going on, or you were at spring break, okay? Or you were at spring break, I don't know, whatever, and everybody at spring break should have been doing the medical medium vitamin C shock therapy. That's all I can say. And you do 2 capsules in there, and it's every waking hour. So you wake up at 8 in the morning, you do it at 8 in the morning, you do it at 10 in the morning, you do it at 12 in the afternoon, do it 2, 4, 6, 8, and it's 2 capsules. That's what I recommend my family. You do what your doctor tells you. I'm just showing you what I do. Ask your doctor. If your doctor says no, don't do it. Whatever. Okay? And that's what's incredible about it right there. So that's the vitamin C shock therapy. The zinc shock and vitamin C shock therapy work. I just saw that on IG. So let's do thyme-infused water, okay? Let's move on to that one. Talk about thyme tea. So we have thyme tea. I have the steeping still. It's probably been over 15 minutes. Let's get some thyme in this water right here. Thank you for helping me clear up my eczema. Aldina, you're honored. I'm honored for you being here, and I'm proud of you. Can't tell you how much. Pero says, why do I get such bloating with celery juice? You get bloating with celery juice. Well, first of all, there's a couple of things here, right? Celery juice doesn't give people bloating. So obviously, there's bloating occurring. So I want you to be your own detective. And I tell people this all the time. I want to help you be your own detective, right? And I want to help all of you do that. So have you ever bloated before? Or this is your first time you ever bloated? Like, you're living your life, you never bloated, nothing ever felt funny in your tummy, nothing ever going wrong in your tummy, you never bloated, and you drink celery juice and you're bloated. Okay? What I probably would think is you've already had bloating, so you're already living with bloating. So really what the question is, how come the celery juice hasn't fixed my bloating yet, right? Instead of, how come celery juice makes me bloat? How about, how come celery juice hasn't fixed my bloating yet? It's probably more of really what's happening, okay? So, yeah. Rob says, bread gives me bloating. Yeah, Rob, does bread give you bloating? Rob, are you there? Rob, what's your number? I think your number is nice guy, right? NICEGUY. Rob, you there? What'd you say? Bread gives you bloating? You want to break some bread with me? Can I get you to eat this loaf of bread? I want to see if you really bloat. And I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do, Rob. You think this is funny? Yeah, I know. Someone said, Chrissy said, my patients who drink celery juice have their bloating disappear. It's from doctor. Thank God. Whoa, Dr. Christy Lynn, amazing. Lunel says, my bloating is 70% healed now. Thank God. I'm so happy for that because it's actually healing, not a symptom management. So what happens is, it's when you say, well, why does celery juice bloat me? Well, it's really, Rob, are you on there? Rob, how about if we have a loaf of bread? All right, I'm going to let you go. You're going to have one now? Are you going to experiment and see if you get bloated? No, I know. Bread does make you bloated. I totally get it. I don't want you eating bread. If bread bloats you, I don't want you eating it. I'm going to save this loaf for myself. I don't want you touching it, Rob. I'm not allowed to have my loaf of bread. All right, I got to go. I got to put this bread down before I eat it. Anyway, yeah, there's... All right, let's get this time in here. I'm going to put some sprigs of thyme in here. This is the thyme-infused water. So, here's what causes bloating, okay? Let's go into what causes bloating. Let's hit that right now. You guys in Clubhouse, you don't want to know what causes bloating? All right, let's get this guy here. Okay, all right, here's what happens. My bloating is completely gone thanks to celery juice and healing foods. Gianna, awesome, awesome. Okay, here's what happens. Okay, I'm gonna show you right now. Hopefully this doesn't take my whole cutting board down. All right, go into some bloating. Gotta go into some bloating here. No. All right. So, years of eating this grilled cheese sandwich since we're children. You want to eat the grilled cheese sandwich here? You know what happens? All that oil from the cheese, all it does is it burns out your liver. I'm going to talk about it in a second. All that oil from the cheese. Wait a minute here. How much butter have you guys had? In the last 10 years, a lot of people put butter in their coffee, and now they have bloating. Now they have bloating. How much butter are you guys eating, right? How much cheese are you guys eating? Uh-oh, we're going to have an accident here. How much cheese are you guys eating, right? Okay, what else? Did you guys have lots of burgers? Did you guys have, look at this burger patty. Did you guys eat a lot of burgers? Clubhouse, you guys ate a lot of burgers? I bet you guys did. Lots of burgers, right? Lots of burgers? What else? Ooh, someone on IG. Spirit of Compassion just told me. You know what's funny? Spirit of Compassion talks to me the whole time when I do all the lives, right? And a lot of the information I'm getting straight from Spirit of Compassion in the moment, too. And Spirit of Compassion said that there was a good bunch of people on IG right now watching that ate a lot of these cheese sticks. Who was it? Come on, fess up, you guys. Fess up. I want to know. TikTok, a couple of you guys too. Who ate the cheese sticks years ago? No one's fessing up. Huh? Not fessing up? Marissa. Marissa, no. Lots of all that, Deanna? Oh, you freaking love those, Chris? Spirit of Compassion says a good number of you on IG watching right now ate a lot of these cheese sticks. Me? Paola says me? Me? Deska, you too? Princess, you too? My God, you guys ate these cheese sticks. Spirit of Compassion was right. Stacy? Of course I did, Stacy said. The cheese sticks, though. The cheese sticks. Not just cheese. Cheese sticks. So many? Nomi? So many? Well, okay. Now, I know a lot. Look, I don't need Spirit of Compassion for this one. Okay? I don't need Spirit of Compassion for this one. See this nice fried egg right here? I know a whole bunch of you guys ate lots of fried eggs, right? Okay? I got the fried egg in my hand right now. Yeah. Lots of you guys ate these fried eggs. I don't need Spirit for that one. I could guess on that one. Okay? I could do Anthony William by himself, a guess, not Anthony William, Spirit of Compassion telling me. Because that's when it's not guessing, when SOC tells me since I was 4. But I'm going to guess on that egg one. 3 eggs every day over there on TikTok. Yep. Okay. So, all right. Let me put some of these foods down here. Second here, you guys. Years of that right there. What it did was it maxed out your stomach glands. It maxed out your liver. Your liver had to produce all this bile. So I'm going to remove the patient's liver as we speak. Are you okay with this? Can I remove the liver? right now. Okay? I remove this patient's liver. Here we are. And your liver kills itself to produce bile every single time you've eaten these foods I talked about, and many other foods too. Eventually, it weakens and gets stagnant, sluggish, and it can't produce the bile it needs, so it can't break down the fats anymore, and then the fats become rancid inside the intestinal tract, you see? And then, what happens is because the liver's breaking down and overproducing bile, Clubhouse, you guys, because the liver's overproducing bile, your stomach glands burn out because they're producing too much HCl. So your stomach glands start producing too much HCl, right? The little stomach glands in your stomach, your gastric glands, start producing way too much HCl to overcompensate because your bile's weakening. So now everything's just going to shit. That's how it works. Everything just starts going down. That's what happens right there. That's what happens. Really important to know. Okay? And then you don't have HCl anymore to break down your proteins. So where's your hydrochloric acid? It's going downhill. No hydrochloric acid. You can't break down your proteins anymore. You guys? If you guys just got on here, we're talking about zinc shock therapy. We're talking about vitamin C shock therapy right here. We're talking about time T. I haven't even gotten to it yet. We have to get there. See? So now your food in your gut is rotting now. You ready? So, you think you're so smart eating this healthy salmon, don't you? You think you're so smart, right? But guess what? Guess what? See, I'm going to replace your stomach with the salmon. Okay? Because guess what? That salmon is still desiccated and dehydrated and stuck to your colon and intestinal tract. Did you guys know that? Betaine HCl supplements. HCl supplements don't work. They're actually damaging. I talked about that for years. You see the salmon I just shoved right here and replaced with the stomach? See, you guys see that? Okay. See this healthy salmon you guys thought you were eating? I'm going to have some salmon. Honey, I'm going to have salmon tonight. Let's have salmon tonight. Let's keep it light. We'll have some salmon. I'll get my omega-3s. Right? Meanwhile, this stuff, you guys got salmon on your intestinal linings you've had there for 20 years, 15 years. Salmon just on your intestinal linings. Because your HCl burned out a long time ago. Your bioreserves lowered a long time ago. And this stuff just putrefies and sits on your intestinal tract lining walls. Yeah. And so now we got bloating coming because little buggies hide behind it. So buggers are hiding behind this. So then what happens is your E. coli, staph, streptococcus hides behind that layer of all that desiccated protein and animal protein. So let me put something else in there too, right? So let me put this. So you guys never ate a hot dog? You pop that in there. How do you like that? You guys never ate a hot dog? Okay? You see that hot dog? Do you guys know you got pork from the hot dog still lining your intestinal lining? Still in there. Still in there. And then we have bloating as we get older. Bloating. See that hot dog? You guys, how many burgers have you guys eaten? I'll stick a burger in there too. Look at that burger right where your stomach was. Stick that burger in there. Stick this hot dog. See, I can't get everything in here. I think I got this burger in there. You see that burger in there? Yeah. Our gut was made for this though, right? Our gut was made for burgers? Our gut was made for this, the wildflower? It wasn't made to be fatted to death. No, it wasn't. It wasn't made to be burnt out. No, we can burn it out. We're not taught how to eat. We're not taught how to take care of ourselves. We can burn it out. Is our body made for anything? Is it made for all that we're under? Is it made for all the chemicals and the bad foods and all the toxins and the viruses? Is our body made for all this stuff? No, that's why we're sick and that's why we're dying out there. Yeah, that's why the hospitals are filled with people dying for decades and decades. right? And so, yeah, sure, I'm not anti-meat. I'm not anti-whatever. I said, what about our hunter-gatherers ancestors? Oh, I got a phone call coming in. Got a phone call coming in. Hold on. I got to make sure I'm on time for this phone call. Right? Yeah. What year is it? It's 10,000 BC. Where am I? I'm in the north, in the cold. Yeah, it's 10,000 BC. I'm freezing my ass off. What did I catch today? I caught a rabbit. Uh-huh. Yeah. Man, that rabbit ran for its life. I chased it and chased it. I jumped on that rabbit. Uh-huh. Yeah, thank God, because if I didn't eat that rabbit, I'd be dead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, I caught 5 mice yesterday. Yep. I stood by the hole, and the mice jumped out, and I got them. Uh-huh. Why is there a rotary phone in 10,000 BC? An alien brought it. An alien from the future brought the rotary phone down for me. Yeah. So, are you saying that because I'm trapped in this ice, basically in this age of just eat wherever I could find and just try to survive, that my body's made for it? Well, why is my lifespan 34 years? If it was made for this, then why is my lifespan 28 years, to 34? How come all of my ancestors die at 32 to 34 years old? If we are made for this, freezing our butt off, burning fires 24/7 to stay warm and breathing in charred coal, and not getting enough variety of the things we need to eat. Yeah, I ate a dead raccoon. I ate a dead raccoon the other day. If I didn't eat that dead raccoon, I would be dead. It's what got me through the last 4 days. Is my body made for it? No. But it's what I have to do right now. Okay, I gotta go because I better eat this rabbit before it goes bad. Okay. Anyway, let's cover a couple of things too. Once you burn out your HCl, it can't break down the protein. So once you burn out your HCl, let me remove this burger. Once you burn, listen, I support animal protein eaters. I support plant-based people. And I know there's a few plant-based people that have been on me lately. And I don't blame you. You think I don't have compassion because I support the animal protein lovers. And I'm not. You've been kicked off 30 times. Yeah, I believe you. Everybody's been kicked off on there. We're censored here. Listen, I know there's some plant-based people that have been on my butt, on my ass. They've been like saying, you know what? He supports animal protein people, and he obviously doesn't understand the mission of plant-based vegan. He obviously doesn't understand about the compassion for animals. That's not true. That's not true. If you look in the medical medium books, okay, yeah, and you find the answers in there, right, to heal. And you find the answers if you're an animal protein person or a plant-based person, right? The compassion lies with not Xing out one side of the aisle. The compassion lies with not Xing out people who eat animal protein. I can't X out them, right? So it's like I have to have compassion. Spirit of compassion told me since I was a child, you better have compassion for somebody if they eat popcorn every night, or if they eat hot dogs every night, pork every night. You better still care about them, have compassion for that person, right? Yeah, I don't want to kill Buddy over here. We know that. We know I don't want to kill Buddy over here. We know that. But I still have to have compassion for everybody, no matter what, wherever they are, whatever side of the aisle they're on. If they're on the aisle of animal protein or they're aisle on plant-based, I have to have compassion for everybody. I do. And I always say animals have soul. I already said animals have souls. Bees don't have an individual soul. I saw that one time. Someone was really heavy on me about that. Bees don't have souls, but bees as a whole have a soul. So it's a collective soul. All bees ride off one collective energy and one collective soul. If a bee dies, the soul of the bee did not die, and it can't die. The soul of the bee, the only way the soul of a bee can die is if all bees die on the planet. The entire planet, every bee on the planet dies. Every species of bee on the planet dies. Then that's how that collective soul is truly injured. Okay? But we don't want any bees to die. Duh. All right, let's keep on going here. I'm talking about HCl. We're going in there. It's the proteins burning out the HCl. Okay? It's the protein, the fat burning out the liver. Then the stomach glands get burnt out because the bile's burning out. And then what happens is the proteins don't digest anymore because you lose your HCl. The proteins stick and cling to the walls of the intestinal lining. The proteins, the fats become rancid and stick to the linings of the gut, right? And the celery juice helps to bring you out of that. So that's the whole point. The celery juice helps to bring you out of bloating. So let's keep on moving, you guys. Let's get going. I talk about bloating and cleanse to heal. That's one book. I talk about bloating right there. You guys know that's 51% off. Just so you know, 51% off right now. That's 41% off right now. Amazon.com. Incredible medical books. You can also, medical textbooks, incredible ones. You could also get it free at the library if you want. Let me get the salmon and hot dog off of here. Yeah, so anyway, let's go, you guys. Yeah, I know. All right, let's move on to the next part. We got the time tea going. Let's get this burger off of here. Thank you, Anthony, for saving my life. So Peace, Love, Joy says, thank you, Anthony, for saving my life with my reading with you in 2014. May God and his holy angels protect you always. P.S. My husband got the you. What you got to me? You know, it's incredible. So we did a reading. I did a reading with you in 2014. That's incredible. And I'm honored you're here. Just thank you for being here. Yeah. I actually start getting teary. I saw in the comments section someone said, you did a reading for me in 1989. And one time there was in the comment section, 1989, you did a reading for me in 1989 and you saved my life. And I almost cried. It's just like, it's been a hard road for a lot of people and everything, you know. It's been a hard road. So we're doing the time tea right here. So I'm going to strain this is what I'm going to do now. So let me do that. Okay. So you guys, it's good that I'm honored to have you guys here. I'm just going to grab this out right here. I'm going to take the time out. Going to give it a quick strain. You don't have to really strain it, you know, but I'm going to do a quick strain right here. Going to put some raw honey in this time tea. Okay. Could put a little lemon in this time tea. Fresh lemon. Mix it up. I'll show you guys the time infused water too. That's the time tea. There's a lot of fear out there about exposure right now, right? And then once again, misinformation gets out there because of it. And so the people are using the wrong things. And you know how I've always had to debunk things to save people the headache and hardship. But there's this tea out there people are talking about for exposure, right? And it's sad to say, but I'm going to say it. It's not going to do anything for anybody. What really helps somebody with exposure, like their best chances, is with time tea. So that's critical to know when it comes down to pathogen exposure, all of that. So just letting people know so they don't get taken down that road once again. There's that road that's misinformation, and here we are all over again. It takes you down that same road with all the other stuff I talk about. And so keep that in mind if you guys run across that. And you're like, yeah, exactly, Karen, you're spot on with that. Yeah, no, it is BS. It is BS. So, you know, yeah, MD with Spirit, Dr. Fawn, good to see you on here. Says thanks for letting us know, AW. Yeah, it's actually ridiculous. But Time T is something I've prepped you guys with all along, going all the way back for this occasion now. So this is what I've always prepped you guys with, okay? I would have prepped you with that other thing if that other thing was the thing that worked, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. Anyway, so I got the Time T here we're talking about. I'm going to juice some celery too. I'm going to get some celery going really quick. Let's get that. And basically, medical medium tools are about making sure your immune system's strong, making sure that making sure that your immune system doesn't overreact or underreact. That's time-infused water right there, just so you know. So I got that. Time-infused water, you put lemon in. I'm going to put a slice of lemon in this. Let's do that. So what I do is I drink the time-infused water every single day. I'm going to eventually do like what I do. It's optional to have lemon in there. I'm just throwing a couple of slices in. Okay? So I drink the time, I leave it in the fridge, and I drink the time-infused water every single day. So that's what I do. And I'll talk about what time does. So let's go into that realm now. So there's two things that time possesses that injures pathogens, injures those bad pathogens, injures the hybridized flu viruses, injures the flu virus, right? So there's two things they possess. One is there's an oil in time in the stem. There's an oil in the stem. Now, the minute you hear that, I don't want you thinking, oh my God, then every oil can work. Let me do some avocado oil. Let me do some olive oil. Let me do sesame oil. Let me do whatever oil I can find. Oil. But that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna work. And that's important to know right there, because those oils are not a phytochemical compound oil. There's the difference. This doesn't have overt fats in it. So there's no overt fats in here, okay? Every single herb, every single spice, every single vegetable, fruit, wild food has fat in it, right? Every single thing. There's nothing that doesn't have fat in it. Bananas have fat in it. Oranges have fat in it. Apples have fat in it. Everything has fat in it. Parsley has fat in it. Lettuce has fat in it. Everything's got fat in it, right? But it's not a large percentage. It's a micro percentage, right? But in all those fats aren't the fats in all the foods in the world that actually inhibit pathogens, viruses, and so forth. Now, what's the miracle about time, okay, which I love, that's why it's a medical medium healing tool, is the thyme oil inside the stem itself, right here, is an antiseptic against pathogens. The other thing I love about thyme is the leaves in thyme have an alkaloid that also is an antiseptic. So an alkaloid that helps to stop viruses in their tracks, right? That helps to retard them, that helps diffuse them, push them back, right? And so it's the alkaloid in that leaf. So in those little leaves. And that's what I love about thyme. And then thyme also sticks around in your bloodstream. So it stays in your bloodstream. So that's the difference right there. That's what's amazing about thyme, is it stays in your bloodstream. So when you drink thyme, it stays in the bloodstream for days. And that's what's really powerful about it. So if I like drinking it every single day, but if I don't drink it for a day, it's still in my bloodstream. Okay? A lot of other herbs, they're one-dayers, I call. They're all one-dayers. They leave your system in one day. But thyme doesn't leave your system in one day. And that's what I love about it. So that's right there. So that's important. So that's a little bit on time. Let's talk about another powerful healing tool right here. Let's go there next. Okay, which is celery juice. We'll do a little celery juice in real quick. Why not? I didn't have my celery juice today, so I thought I'd make some celery juice real quick. One of the most powerful also preventatives too, it's not just a medical medium. Zinc shock therapy I showed you, it's not just a medical medium. Vitamin C shock therapy. But it's also celery juice. That's one right there on its own. So, I'm going to run some celery juice. The medical medium healing broth is another tool. So we're talking about immune system building, immune system boosting, immune system refurbishing, because our immune systems become like an old couch that needs to be refurbished. I got flu protocols in the medical medium books, just so you know. There's flu protocols in the medical medium books. And cleanse to heal too. I mean, I don't talk about the books that much, but I mean, the information in there is critical. It's just critical. You love the healing broth, Sean? Sean Gray? Awesome. So, what I love about the celery juice is science and research hasn't even looked into celery juice. They haven't even looked into it. They have not done any studies on what celery juice does for anyone. So when you hear somebody say something like science and research, you know, says there's nothing in celery, like, what, are you kidding? They haven't done anything. They haven't looked at all the people healing. They haven't looked at anything. It's just unbelievable. I mean, honestly, what a charade. The juicer, by the way, because I see that you guys are asking, Marissa said the MM900 HCS is the best juicer. This is the best juicer. It's on sale May 24th to June 4th. Letting you guys know. It's the MM900 HCS. That's the one that's on sale. And it's an incredible juicer. Saves me money. I endorse this juicer. They get my full endorsement. Okay? I'm working with Omega. I gave them my full endorsement. You guys know that. The juicer has saved me money, and that's what's incredible, you know? You got yours? Pretty gold? Amazing. You love this juicer, Casey? Incredible. It's on sale at omegajuicers.com. Megajuicers.com. And it's the MM900 HDS. Yeah. So the thing is with celery juice, it's got bioavailable vitamin C. But not every fruit and vegetable and any animal product has that. It doesn't need to get converted by the liver. And that's what I love about the celery juice. You have it, you love it, you love this one. I've had mine months and love it, veg. Andrea, amazing. TikTok, you guys got the juicer too? Yeah. You can get the juicer at, these are the skinniest celery sticks I've seen in years. You can get the juicer at omegajuicers.com, but it's the MM900 HDS, just so you know. Is nutritional yeast bad? Yeah, it's terrible. Limbaum love you. Make sure you let them know, exactly. Yeah, vegan Supergirl. Incredible. You can use whatever juicer you want. I mean, it's just, I love this one. It saves me the most money out of any juicer because the pulp is so dry. Squeezes every last look. Somebody said, this man looks healthy. I love when a troll comes on and goes, he looks so sick. It's my favorite thing when trolls come on and go, he looks so sick. Yeah, you work 20 hours a day for 30 plus years. See how you end up looking. Celery juice makes you bloated for IBS? But you realize you got IBS, right? You realize you have a problem where you're obviously bloated. So are you saying celery juice makes you bloated but nothing else does, but yet you have IBS? I just talked about this. So nothing else makes you bloated. You have IBS. Nothing else makes you bloated. Just celery juice. So, I mean, rewatch this live so you can learn about that. And try to be a detective and help yourself. Pony Max says you look good, man. I'm honored. This is a cold press machine. It's, you know, it's incredible. Why can't you mix celery juice with something else? Destroys the sodium cluster salts. You can't dilute them. You can't add water. You can't add ice cubes. You can't add any of that. You just don't want to add any of that. It breaks down the... Here's how that works. The sodium cluster salts in celery juice break down pathogen membranes. So let's go into that now. Got your virus, right? The sodium cluster salts. It's a subgroup of sodium undiscovered by research in science. Science knows everything. Science doesn't know why everybody's sick, but they seem to know everything, right? Anyway, so the membrane on the virus gets eaten away by the sodium cluster salts in celery juice, but only by those. And the membrane has these furry little tentacles on it, right? So the membrane is this slip cover over the virus cell. Just so you guys know. Like, science research never really describes anything. Like, they just, you'll see where all the holes are, right? The holes are everywhere with science and research, okay? And there's a slip cover on a virus cell. And that's what it is. It's like, you know your pillowcase? You guys know you got a pillowcase, right? Over your pillow, right? And, well, if you take your pillowcase off, you have your pillow underneath that pillowcase, right? Well, a viral cell has this membrane that's a slip cover over the cell itself, right? Kind of like a lychee fruit. You guys ever eaten a lychee fruit, ever? Who here has eaten a lychee fruit? Anybody here? Just curious. Anybody on Clubhouse, you guys eat a lychee? You guys on Clubhouse have a lychee fruit? TikTok, lychee? Right? Wild Blueberry says, science knows now. I know, because they steal all medical meme information. I know. They know now. Yep. Just bought the juicer. Teddy, did you buy the MM900 HDS? Or did you buy just another juicer that looks like it at omegajuicer.com? That's something to keep in mind on. So the bottom line is, the sodium cluster salts, they burn away that membrane, that slip cover over the viral cell. And once that slip cover over the viral cell, its skin basically, gets eaten away, there's a fluid between the membrane and the viral cell itself. And if science research hasn't learned that in their private labs, they're learning it now. Okay, because they monitor, by the way, they monitor all medical meme information. Your energy and sharpness are incredible. Honored you're saying that. And that's with 3 hours of sleep last night because I was working on the new book. So the point is that there's this slimy fluid, this very slippery, slimy fluid between the viral cell and the skin cover of the viral cell that has all these tentacles and everything. And celery juice starts to eat away at that slip cover. Lychee? Yeah, it's like a lychee. The same thing. Okay? Celery is an herb. It's herbal medicine. Okay, guys, I want to show you something, okay? The juicer's on sale, May 24th to June 4th, right? The MM900. Look at this, okay? All right? Okay, check this out, right? So that's my pulp right there. See that? It's dehydrated. It's literally dehydrated. It's dry to the bone. Look at this. Dry to the bone. Like, dry. See that? That's my pulp. See that? Do you know what that means? That means I'm buying half the celery I used to buy for the same amount of celery juice. What does that mean? This juicer paid for itself 100 times this year for me already. Like, paid for itself, paid for itself, paid for itself, paid for itself, paying for itself. I mean, it's like air dry right now. Literally air dry. It's air dry. So that's the MM900 HCS celery juicer at omegajuicers.com. And then I love this thing. Just love it. Love it. So anyway, but I wasn't trying to do a juicer thing for you guys today. I was trying to do the time and the Zinc shock therapy. Another great thing is the golden seal. Right, that's the Vemergy golden seal. That's the one I recommend my family. They get a sore throat, and boom, it's golden seal, golden seal, golden seal. You know, they don't feel good. They get a sty, or somebody gets a UTI. It's golden seal, right? So, but that's the Vemergy golden seal. Vemergy.com. V as in Victor, IMERGY.com. Golden seal. I'm not sponsored by those guys, and but the celery juicer, I am connected to Omega on that level, so I'm working with them, and I endorse them completely in the whole bit. But you guys, that's celery juice. Let me strain it. Can I get my celery juice going here? Let's do a little celery juice. Strain some in here. Let's put a little. Of course, it had to land on the thyme twigs I had in here and then go everywhere. And fly everywhere, of course. So I'm going to sip some if you guys don't mind. You guys have so many answers in the supplement sections of the books, just so you know. The supplement sections in the books. So many answers. Just keep that in mind. So on that whole thing with plant-based animal protein, you guys, I just want to say, because I know that some vegans and plant-based people say he must not get the connection, animal cruelty. Oh man, I'm so against animal cruelty. It's insane, okay? And but it's there are brothers, man. The animal protein crowd, there are brothers. There are sisters. There are, vegans were animal protein people, 99.9% of them. They were there. They were animal protein people. Vegans. There's only a few vegan babies that stay vegan. And they don't know what it's like to be animal protein. That's like a handful on the planet. When I mean handful, I mean count them on your hands. So, you got to remember that, right? So, and, a lot of the animal protein people weren't taught about the souls in the animals having souls, and they're not taught about that. Or they're taught about it, or they learn about it, but they don't think they can eat any other way. Like, there's no way other to eat. I support the animal protein crowd, and you can still heal eating animal protein with medical medium tools. So if you guys are animal protein, you can still eat animal protein the right way, and you can still heal. And if you're plant-based, of course, right? And the thing is, I'm also harsh on the vegans and plant-based people. Man, I'm harsh on them. Like, they're like the vegans and the plant-based people, man. I'm tough on them. I am. Because they fat themselves to death. They just tank the fats. They make themselves sick, and now they're eating eggs again. So I'm hard on the plant-based crowd, you guys. And so I get it. I'm hard on the plant-based people. I'm hard on the animal protein people. Nobody likes me. I got a phone call coming in from a friend right now. He's telling me that everybody hates me at this point. I got another phone call coming in too. So I got another, hey? I think the phone's ringing. I got another phone call. Yeah. What did you want to tell everybody? Oh, hold on. What? Just hold on a second. Yeah, I got my friend on here, and so I know everybody hates my guts. They freaking hate me. I know. Hold on a second. Dr. Jalopy, just hang on. I know people hate my guts. I know, because I hurt their bottom line. I know their pocket. The apple cider vinegar people want me dead. Nutritional yeast people want me dead. The egg people want me dead. That's why I get death threats all the time. What? The colostrum people want me dead. The chocolate people want me dead. Oh my God. The chocolate people freaking hate my guts. I know. Just hold on. Dr. Jalopy, hang on. The ionizer people, they want me dead. Yeah, the alkaline ionizer water machine people, they want me dead. I know. The egg people, I told you, they want me dead. The plant protein people and the whey protein powder protein people want me dead. Yeah. The diatomaceous earth particle people, they want me dead. Oh my God, do they ever? What? Who else? The collagen people want me dead. Yeah, they hate my guts. Who else? The oil pulling crowd freaking hates me. Oil pulling crowd? Yeah. The coffee enema crowd? Oh my God. Dr. Jalopy, just hang on. The coffee enema people despise me. Who else? The vegans hate me. Yeah. I'm medical medium vegans don't hate me, but the vegans hate me. Not all the vegans hate me. Yeah, the chemical companies, the perfume companies. Oh my God, do you know I got a letter from a perfume company? They hate my guts. The air freshener company? Oh, you don't want to know. Dr. Loppy, can you... Yeah, the nutritional yeast company and the apple cider vinegar company, they hate me bad too. The paleo people, beyond serving, said the paleo people hate my guts too. Oh, big time. The keto people hate my guts too. If everybody hates me, Dr. Jalopy, can I ask you this question? If everybody hates me, is there going to be anybody left watching my lives? Dr. Jalopy, just listen. Hey, Arnold. Dr. Jalopy just told me that the science and research cult hates me the most. Yeah. The science and research cult? Yeah, they're the cult. They're the drink your cyanide and die like in a big cult. What? Dr. Jalopy said that the science and research cult has no common sense. That was mean of you, Dr. Jalopy. What did you just say? You said the science and research cult, they have no common sense? It's like they're missing a brain? Oh, they only have half a brain. Whoa. Dr. Jalopy, the science and research cult has a half a brain? Arnold? You still talking about all the people that hate me? Yeah. Who else hates me? The fish oil? Yeah, the fish oil. Oh my God, the fish oil crew, they hate me so bad. Yeah. Did you know that someone put dog poop in a paper bag and put it on my front doorstep and lit it on fire? Did you know I woke up in the middle of the night, I ran downstairs, I opened the door, and I dyed it out, and I stepped on the dog poop? Yeah, did you know that was the science and research crowd? Yeah, they only have half a brain. Hey, Doc. Okay, I gotta go. All right. I had to hang up on Arnold and Dr. Jalopy. Nobody put dog poop on my doorstep. Don't worry about that. But you got no. Oh no, Vegan Supergirl, did you do the dog poop on my doorstep? No, I'm only kidding. I know you didn't. You're saying, oh no, that's terrible. Vegan Supergirl, you're awesome. What? What about on TikTok? What would be the benefit for sorry, the comments keep on shooting up everywhere. On TikTok, I lost it. I think it's down the other direction. Oh, there is. What would be the benefit for AW to go against all this huge industries? No gains other than hate. Exactly. Why? Because I got your backs. That's why. Because I got your backs. That's what it's about. That was an incredible question. And yeah, I got your backs. And that's what's up, you guys. Anyway, look. We're talking about immune system boosting. You got it. We're talking about all that. And I'm proud of all you guys, by the way. You need it. You need to know so. So I love you guys. Why no oil pulling? It's just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. And what it does is it encapsulates the bacteria in your mouth. So it coats over the bacteria. And when it coats over the bacteria, your bacteria will feast more. That's why oil pulling is the ultimate farce. If you want to oil pull, oil pull. If you want to do bone broth, bone broth. If you want to do vinegar. If you want to smoke weed and smoke your ass off with weed, smoke, I don't know, do whatever. You know what, if you guys want to do whatever you want to do, you want to do caffeine, you want to do chocolate, you guys want to fat yourself to death, you want to chocolate yourself to death, you want to believe in all the plant medicine theories about chocolate, you guys want to do your oil pulling, what am I going to do? Just say, what am I going to do? You guys want to smoke weed until your brain just explodes? And I got a friend who called me up. He's been smoking weed for 15 years. And he called me up. He lives on the other side of the country, and he called me up, and he couldn't put two words together. And he kept on trying to tell me all the reasons why weed's good for you. I mean, I'm sitting on the phone with my friend, right? And he's trying to tell me, I haven't talked to him in years, he's trying to tell me how weed's good for you. And it's plant medicine. The guy couldn't even put three words together. You know, I said, Frank, you didn't even make one spit of sense in the last 10 minutes you've been on this phone. And you know what I said to him? You know, I told you should have quit years ago. I told you should have quit years ago. And he said to me, I watch your lives. He goes, Aunt, I watch your lives and I see how you're hating on all these different things, but just don't hate on weed, whatever you do. Don't hate on weed, whatever you do. Don't hate on weed, because weed has benefits you cannot imagine. Don't hate on weed. And if you go start talking about weed now, then I'm going to stop watching your lives. I am said, weed makes me lazy and tired. Ooh, laugh out loud. So I said to him, no weed here. I've seen people do stupid stuff on it. Sarah? Yeah, I know. So my friend, he called me and was like, he didn't make a drop of sense. WTF, why does this video keep stopping? Yeah, because, yeah, I know. It's censorship. Medical Medium's been censored before anybody was censored. There's people now talking about, yeah, censorship. Yeah, there's censorship on here. There's censorship on there. Dude, I've been censored on all the platforms long before anybody was censored. People say, oh, you got 3.2 million on IG. Dude, it should be 28 million, 30 million for everything. The celery juice movement alone, there's 500 million people drinking celery juice on the planet right now. But you know, censorship is censorship. What do you do? Anyway, the video keeps stopping again. Charlie? Yeah, I know. So it's not, so when it comes down to like the weed thing, it's like I've always told anybody I've known who asked me that, well, listen, give me the scope on, give me the in on weed, you know? And I'm like, and my friend was telling me, it's like, don't mention weed don't mention how, you know, you're against weed on, you know, on IG because everybody's smoking it. And I'm like, what? I don't know what, you know. It's like, what do you want me to do? But anyway, and if you want to, if you're somebody and that's what you do, and that's your decision, man. That's your decision. I don't smoke any. I would never touch the stuff. But that's your life, man. That's your life. If that's what you do. And I understand people use it for try to pain relief and stuff, and absolutely, I get it. Like, meaning like people that are really sick, and they use it for pain relief. I'm not harping on any of that at all. But I'm just saying that, you know, there's ways to heal, and there are ways to heal out there. And also, a lot of people, they're not in pain. They're just smoking weed. They're not in pain. They're just smoking weed or eating weed. They just eat it every day. Is it safe to make celery juice and keep it in the fridge to drink every day for a week? I wouldn't. It loses its potency. I like 24-hour window with celery juice in the fridge. Worst case scenario, 2-day window. Smoking anything is bad. What about ingesting it? It's just, yeah, it's still the same. Not the same because it's not tarring up the lungs, but still ingesting weed is also just it. Yeah, I know that people, listen, I know that people out there, they love their weed. I get it, right? They know, like, they just love it, and they can't let it go. They can't let it go. And they'll fight with you on every aspect of why it's good for them and why they should be on it. But it's a vice and addiction that they don't want to let go, so they'll fight for it, you know. Yeah. But it's not good for the brain. It's not. I've seen a lot of people come to me that were eating it for years, and they can't even think. Can't even think. They're just like gone. It's like they're gone. It's like the only thing they think about is where can I get my next weed batch? That's all they think about. It's like, where's the next weed? Where am I going to get the weed? And it's like you chase it for years. It's like this addiction people are chasing for years, and they can't come off that ride. And it's like, how, like, you're on this ride for years. Yeah. I would love if people would operate their lives off of these drugs. They would operate their lives off of these drugs, free from drugs. I want people to be free from caffeine, psychoactive drugs. I want people to be free from weed, psychoactive drugs. I want people free from this stuff. I want people to know what life's like without having to munch down a chocolate bar every day. Heal accessible neuralgia during medical medium protocol. So, occipital, yeah, neuralgia. Oh my God, that's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah, incredible. Yeah, the addiction is awful. It is. You guys. Anyway, it's been an awesome time. We know what we're doing with building the immune system, keeping it strong, and I talk about the plague information in medical medium, new edition right here, the plague information in here. I talk about in this book, right, you guys? And this is the new edition right here. And because I got to get my blanket on real quick. I got to call my friend. My phone is stuck. Hello? Yeah, I got my science and research blanket on. It means that I'm safe and that science and research has all the answers and can never be wrong, ever. Even though science said asbestos was safe. And now 1 billion people on the planet have died from asbestos. But science knows everything. Science said that lead was safe too. Lead in gasoline was safe as well. Science said that lead in gasoline was safe. Yeah. Yep. Science said that 50% of all the drugs they made were safe, but they turned out to be dangerous and were recalled. Science. All the mistakes science makes. Science said eggs were really bad for us, could give us a heart attack and stroke. too much cholesterol. Now they say eggs are good for us. After they said it was bad for us, after they said it was good for us, and now it's bad for us again. No, it's good for us now. Science can't make up its mind. I love science because science is this blanket that's never wrong and it keeps me safe. So let me get tricked into the next science bullshit game they play. Science is so snuggy and comforting. It never lets me down. Hey, did you hear that scientific study? Yeah, I bet you that omega-3 scientific study is going to save my life. Or that collagen study will save my life too. I saw a YouTuber the other day. Yep, one that was on a TV show as a trainer. She started ripping apart Medical Medium as she was selling her collagen. Oh, science is so smart. They know everything. Okay, I'm going to hang up. You guys, love you guys. TikTok, Clubhouse, IG. Cold White Springs said, science never helped me. A lot of people with chronic illness with no answers. And as I said before, you guys, we're hitting a place between the next 6 months to 5 years of unbelievable sickness like we've never seen before in this world. Just like I've been calling that shot all along, and it's right on our heels. We already have it here, and it's getting worse fast. So we got to do something about it. Take care of ourselves. All of it, you guys. Love you guys. And remember this. Remember this. I am at your service. I do a little curtsy too. I am at your service. I am at your service. Chris, you seem fine to me. Ashley Gibbon, at your service. Limbaum Love. Loon, I'm at your service. I'm at your service. At your service. Free. All right, you guys. Stella Maris, at your service. You guys are incredible. BV Acaro, I love you. Thank you, AW. Can't wait to rewatch this. Teal Anderson, honored. Honored you guys. Your work has changed my life. Kylie, incredible. Kyla German, amazing. Proud of you guys. On TikTok, I'm proud of you guys, all of you guys. We're at your service too. Victoria, rising from the ashes, incredible. You guys are amazing. I'm at your service. Guys, I love you guys, you know that. Hilarious and amazing, you're amazing. You guys are incredible. Lifesaver, you guys are incredible. It's Sunday morning here. You just downed your second celery juice. Incredible, you guys. Incredible. Shuddy, amazing. You guys got some awesome handles. Awesome handle names. Incredible. Yeah, vegan, thank you too. All you guys. Proud of all you guys. All right. I'll see you next time. Love you guys.